I will stand on what I say, mate. I'll either fight you in the ring, which and forget about that one, pal, because I fought world-class men in my time. But let me tell you this, my old mate. I will fight you gypsy style. Don't you worry about that. I've never ever denied a challenge in my life, my friend. You've mentioned my name, you've got to fight now. I'm all over.
And that's why I wanted the fight. And everyone I spoke to was like, you know what, boxing would kill you, but MMA, I'm like, oh, I just don't know. And that's why the fight needs to happen. It's because it's got such a big question mark on it.
John Fury sends brutal message to Eddie Hall during live interview, doubling down on his challenge after the airport confrontation and openly calling Eddie out like a man ready for war. He insists he's always been ready to fight, dismissing training camps and talking like he can step in anytime, anywhere. Fury throws more threats, saying Eddie has no idea what he's dealing with and keeps pushing the idea of an instant fight.
At the moment, pal. I don't need training camps, I don't need time to get fit. I'm 24 hours ready. I will fight you. Get hold of my agent, Spencer Brown in Blackpool, he'll sort it all out. And I'll fight you anywhere you want in the UK, my friend, anywhere at all. And you'll wish you never...
Eddie Hall goes on a brutal rant, blasting John Fury's inner circle and accusing them of feeding his ego with constant yes-man energy. He claims Fury has been surrounded by people who hype him up and make him believe he's better than he really is, calling it a dangerous illusion. Eddie uses a harsh comparison, suggesting that no matter how someone behaves around champions, they can't change their real ability when it matters.
It's because he's surrounded by these little chirpy little tits that just suck on his nipples and gobble his little balls, that just tell him he's great, and he thinks he's great. That's the problem. That is the problem. Surrounded by yes men. It's a good old saying, right? You could put a donkey in a field of racehorses, right? And that over time, that donkey will think he's a racehorse. You know, he'll hang around with them, he'll eat like them, he'll walk around like them, but come race day, he's still a fucking donkey.
John Fury shows no hesitation here, responding with pure aggression and confidence as he completely shuts down Eddie Hall's criticism. He positions himself as someone who doesn't back down from anyone, turning the situation into an open challenge rather than just words online or in interviews. His tone is fiery and confrontational, escalating the tension even further after the airport incident and making it clear he wants the fight on his terms, without delays or formal build-up.
Be a no man, let alone you, and pal, I've seen you sparring, you're no good to me, my mate. But listen, I'll fight you gypsy style, because fighting's too hard, mate, to do for free. Let's fight for a few quid.
Tommy Fury shifts the focus onto the family feud, saying the real tension is between Eddie Hall and his father rather than him personally. He presents himself as stepping in to settle things, framing the fight as a response to Eddie targeting the Fury name. This adds a family pride angle and raises the stakes beyond just a boxing match.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the real beef is between Eddie and my dad. You know, that's genuinely what has happened here. I'm only doing this fight because of my dad. So the real beef is between Eddie and my dad, and I'm obviously just stepping up to the plate. Tyson's on a different stratosphere. Basically, Eddie was having a pop between all the Furies. You know, he wanted to fight with the Fury.
I did. That's John Fury though, isn't it? He's like sheer entertainment, you know what I mean? He fits into this world, you know, this social media world so well, John Fury, because he is entertainment. Do you know what I mean? He's just...
The boxing world is about to explode. Tommy Fury versus Eddie Hall isn't just a fight anymore. It's a complete circus, and John Fury just made it 10 times worse with his airport meltdown that has everyone talking.
There's a lot of handbags at dawn. You know, I'm not defending anybody. You know, I've seen the remarks and everything. They shook hands earlier. You know, the guy did say some stuff, and I want to forget it and put it to the back of my mind.
Spencer Oliver called John Fury's explosive behavior pure entertainment for the social media era. But here's the thing, when your fighter's dad is making headlines for losing control at airports, that's not strategy. That's chaos, and chaos doesn't win fights.
Strong men, being the strongest man in the world and picking up half a ton meant you was the best fighter of all. Everyone would be a world champion, wouldn't they? If being big and strong meant you could fight, everyone would be a world champion. But in this game, it's not about how much weight you can lift. It's not about how strong you are. There's a ton more things to the fight game. And that's what I'm looking to show Eddie.
Now Spencer Brown completely brushed off the whole situation like it was nothing. Meanwhile, John Fury looked reckless and completely out of control again. The man can't keep his emotions in check, and it's dragging unnecessary drama into what should be Tommy's moment to shine.
You don't know what he's in for. He thinks because Tommy's small, Tommy's like a pocket rocket, isn't he, compared to him? And I got that body belt and I'm feeling the power. He can't take that. That's why he wants to do 2-minute rounds, isn't it? He can't do a 3. And I can't blame him. You've got to give Eddie all props because he's not a fighter. He's going to get in with Tommy knowing full well what can happen to him. And the only thing he's going to try and do is swing with it.
But Tommy, he's staying focused and completely shut down Eddie Hall's hype train. Listen to this, he made it crystal clear that brute strength means absolutely nothing in real boxing. Timing and skill will break Eddie down, turning all that power into a serious disadvantage once the bell rings.
Pull off a miracle right hand. What I'm seeing makes me even more skeptical that that's possible because he doesn't understand space and distance. He doesn't understand timing and rhythm. He doesn't understand how valuable his right hand is. And it seems like I'm being counterintuitive because all he's throwing is right hands, but he needs to value that thing. It needs to be, like I said, a weapon of mass destruction. You only bring it out at certain points so Tommy doesn't get a read on it, and also so you don't...
Here's where it gets wild, though. John Fury is still talking like Tommy is untouchable while completely underestimating Eddie Hall. He's already building excuses around size and rounds instead of facing reality. The way he talks down Eddie while praising his own son just exposes how nervous the Fury side really is.
The pressure is now on John to behave himself. He's distracted, a lot of attention and talk, and I'm quite sure someone will have a word with him out. The authorities will have.
Wade Plemons delivered a brutal breakdown of Eddie Hall's boxing flaws that you need to hear. His lack of distance control, timing, and rhythm makes his whole game predictable and one-dimensional. Without proper discipline, Eddie risks getting gassed out and systematically destroyed by a far more technical fighter.
I mean, at the end of the day, the real beef is between Eddie and my dad. You know, that's genuinely what has happened here. I'm only doing this fight because of my dad. So the real beef is between Eddie and my dad, and I'm obviously just stepping up to the plate. Tyson's on a different stratosphere. Basically, Eddie was having a pop between all the Furies. You know, he wanted to fight with a Fury.
Johnny Nelson painted John Fury as an emotional figure who constantly gets carried away in heated moments. The spotlight is on him to calm down and behave responsibly, but his track record suggests he finds it impossible to stay composed when the pressure builds.
I mean, listen, it's boxing, it's family. John's John. Both goading each other. Both very personal. Both means a lot to everybody.
Tommy tried shifting responsibility onto family rivalry, making it clear the real tension is between Eddie Hall and John Fury rather than himself. But Eddie calling out the Furies has now dragged Tommy into a high-pressure fight where mistakes will be punished brutally.
Not really, it's thuggish behaviour. John Fury's, is boorish, thuggish, unedifying, unpalatable, uncouth, vulgar behaviour. Absolutely. But what do you expect from John Fury? John Fury's been in prison for gouging someone's eyes out. What did you expect him to do? Convert into a Samaritan? Is it a nice look? No. Was it a nice look over the years in boxing about so many things? This ridiculous sentimentalising of society, expecting everyone to behave when they're...
Eddie Hearn admits the situation has crossed the line with both sides turning things personal. It's messy and uncomfortable, but here's the kicker: controversy like this only fuels attention and hype. The fallout is clearly boosting interest and pushing this fight into a massive spotlight.
I was just so fed up. I was trying to get in nowhere with these guys. I'm like, look, you talk the talk, you fucking walk around headbutting and smacking people and punching windows and whatever else. I said, well, why don't you guys fucking put your money where your mouth is for once?
Simon Jordan heavily criticized John Fury's behavior, calling it chaotic and unacceptable. But he also admits this kind of drama is exactly what boxing has always attracted. While he questions the image it creates, the sport thrives on controversy whether purists like it or not.
The new sparring footage that I just saw is abysmal. I don't know what Eddie's been training. I don't know who has been training him. I know that he has been training, but my goodness, I don't know who with, what they're supposed to be working on or why. But let me just show you what I mean. Eddie Hall, training footage and sparring footage just dropped, and
Eddie Hall finally snapped in frustration, expressing how fed up he is with constant talk from the Fury side. His anger shows he feels disrespected and cornered, pushing the narrative that he wants action instead of words. It's adding serious fuel to an already explosive rivalry.
Grabbed everybody's attention for various reasons, and they're getting, I mean, Tommy's getting life-changing money, and you know, how can you, I can't knock that. You know, you're in the ring, it's a dangerous place to be, and you know, my job is if I see a fight that I feel he can win and I'll put him into it, then I'll do that, and it gets him, you know, gets him further up the ladder. Not only do I think he can win it, I think, you know, obviously he you know, this is a high-profile fight, but he's getting a truckload of money for it, so you know, it ticks all.
Wade Plemons delivered another brutal assessment, completely tearing apart Eddie's recent sparring footage. The criticism paints a worrying picture of a fighter who looks unrefined and could be walking into a high-level mismatch without the necessary technical foundation to compete.
World's strongest man, amazing. Do you know what I mean? Brilliant. He's fighting Tommy Fury. I thought they were mates. They probably are mates.
So there you have it. This fight has turned into more than boxing. It's ego, power, and pride colliding. Tommy brings skill and experience while Eddie carries raw knockout power that can change everything with one shot. The real question is simple. Can Eddie shock the world, or will Tommy prove experience always wins? Drop your prediction in the comments. Smash that like button if this breakdown helped you understand what's really happening, and subscribe because this rivalry is about to explode. I'll see you in the next one.
Of course I'll watch it. I like Tommy Fury a lot. I'm a Tommy Fury fan. Eddie Hall, I said an Eddie Hall fan. I like the world's strongest man. A lot of respect for him. So of course I'll watch it. I'll watch it as it's a spectacle in it. It's part of the new bit of circusry that's come into boxing. All these exhibitions, different people from different sports coming in. But for all intents and purposes, as a boxing match, what a load of bollocks. Yeah, I don't think it's. I don't like it too much. But I'll watch it because it's like it's interesting in lots of ways, and I think people find it interesting.
Vidal Riley gives a balanced but revealing assessment, clearly leaning towards Tommy Fury as the more complete boxer in this matchup. He acknowledges Eddie Hall's massive size and strength but questions how that translates into a real boxing environment. Even though he doesn't fully dismiss Eddie's chances, he repeatedly circles back to Tommy's experience and technical edge. The overall tone suggests Tommy should control the fight comfortably if things go according to skill, but the unpredictability of Eddie's power still keeps a small element of danger alive. Ultimately, he frames it as a smart commercial fight rather than a pure competitive contest.
I mean, Eddie, when I sparred Eddie, he was 140 kg. I don't know how much he's gonna have to be for Tommy, but Tommy should win, innit? Like, should win. But Eddie Hall, who knows? It makes sense for Tommy, innit? It's a good fight.
If it's a good fun event and you take it for what it is, I mean, I wouldn't want to be in it. You know, I wouldn't be across the ring from this fella. But notwithstanding, I'm quite happy for Tommy Fury.
Oh, he's going to take it seriously. Now, I expect Tommy to pretty much do what he wants with him if he can get, you know, Eddie to relax a little bit after the first, second, and maybe third round. Because as big as Eddie is and as athletic as he is, he can't box very well. He's not a great boxer. He swings for the bleachers. He's got great power, obviously, and he's a good athlete. Like, he's a really good quick-twitch athlete. But even in the Hafthor Bjornsson fight, I can't even believe we're referencing this in terms of a Tommy Fury fight, but even in that fight, I know Eddie had like one arm because he had a shoulder messed up, but Thor outboxed him and stuck a left hand on him. He was a southpaw. It was tricky, but listen, and Tommy is not like a high-level operator, but he better be high-level enough to fight.
Tommy is obviously a boxer. Eddie can fight as well, though, to be fair. So, yeah.
You've trained with both of them, though. What's the skills? What's the breakdown for this one?
Tommy's been boxing all his life, so you would think that the edge should go to Tommy, but Eddie can actually genuinely fight. So